Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Ian Binns here on Twitter. No wonder silver got hammered, and what he's referring to here is this tweet from Dr. Dave Janda. So now we know why gold and silver were slammed in the last 3 days. JPM had to cash in on their short positions to pay the fine. Criminal bankster scum. JP Morgan to pay a record $1 billion settlement over precious metals. I'm not going to get into that article. I just wanted to show you guys where we were with regards to precious metals because, you know, this is the traditional hedge against the stock market, and we have seen gold go down. This is gold, price per ounce, $1,858. It did hit a high of over 2,000, and if we bring up silver here, we are seeing silver here also took a dive. But ultimately, these, in my opinion, still very, very good hedges against the stock market. Right now, the S&P 500 down again yesterday, and I don't think this is going to let up. The other thing we got to remember is that the US dollar is now looking quite strong compared to other currencies. So this is it compared to the JPY. Okay, over the last few days, we've seen a bit of a rebound. USD to the GBP, let's say. Also, we have seen a rebound there. Okay, USD to the euro. Just to give you guys a sense of where the US dollar is, it's kind of coming back off some bottom. So this is also why we're seeing gold and silver plummet. Traditionally, these things have inverse relationships for those of you guys who do not know. But crypto, right? We're still seeing crypto kind of in a bit of a decline. XRP right now trading at 0.225 cents. Okay, a steep decline for XRP and Bitcoin as well. If I bring this up here on the daily, okay, we saw Bitcoin decline a bit now, climbing back a little right now, trading at about 10,004. So is this market rebounding? Are we going to see lower lows right now on the daily? It's looking like that trend may continue. It will depend on a few things. We all just have to remember, guys, that these downward trends are not like you gotta think, okay? If you're in a 2-year bull run, which is what we saw for Bitcoin the last time, you're going to see ups and downs. And you know, think about this first leg up for Bitcoin, okay, after a 2-year bear market. 2014 and 15 wasn't so great for Bitcoin. And then finally, we saw some upward momentum for Bitcoin. You got to think, okay, if you're going all the way from under $200, so just under $200, all the way up to $500, and then the retracement, it took from November 2015 all the way to May 2016. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 6 entire months just to reach that high again. Okay, I'll put this line here just to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So Bitcoin back the last bull run, it took 6 months for it to retrace back up to its high. So these are things we have to keep in mind because the market is something we have to treat as something that is ever evolving. It is an organic thing in a lot of ways because it's people's buying and selling activity always changing. And so this is just a map of how those people are behaving. So 6 months, we hit a high in August. That would bring us to September, October, November, December, January, February. Maybe we won't see 12.4 again until February. Not to say that that is going to be the case 100%. But again, guys, that isn't that far away. Let's be patient with this. Take this opportunity to buy more cryptocurrency as the prices go lower. As you guys can see, I do have my next Bitcoin target here at about 9,100. I have moved it up because I did find that this would be the target I would want to get in at if I so choose to buy Bitcoin. I don't have an order in there. And for XRP, it's definitely down here at 19.7. We can see we based here in that 23.5 range when I got my last order in, and now a sharp decline. So this would be the next target. We will see what happens. Lots of Ripple and XRP news today, guys. This from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple partner Moneygram has partnered with Tesco Bank and have expanded retail adoption. So the UK-based customers of Moneygram can now enjoy one more convenient way to send money abroad. Moneygram partners with Tesco, advances international remittance ecosystem, and Ripple is expanding worldwide. So as covered by UK business media outlets, a new partnership will allow Moneygram to transfer users' assets through the Tesco banking platform. Moneygram partners with Tesco, advances international remittance ecosystem. So a new way to send money is introduced by Moneygram in partnership with Tesco. Now every customer can initiate transactions logins with his or her Moneygram account, specify transaction information, and send money. In 24 hours, he or she may deposit money in every Tesco store. So this is available at every Tesco, looks like in the UK, guys. I will link this article in the description. There's a lot to go through today, but this is great news, with regards to that Moneygram partnership. And of course, Ripple partnering with partners, and then those partners will build partnerships. I have a feeling that this goes to the point that somebody was telling us a few years ago, plans within plans within plans. I know some of you guys know who I'm talking about. All these independent companies obviously have their own mandate, their own MO. Everybody wants to make money in this space, so they have got their plans, and Ripple integration is just one part of that plan. Plans within plans. It's becoming clearer every day. I saw this next one here, guys, from Ant1. So this with regards to Google. Google partner banks to streamline PayNow transfers. Let me read you a little bit of this first. Google has, in a tie-up with banks here, revamped its payment app to allow for real-time money transfers via the PayNow rails, tapping on the surge in digital payments as the beer flu restrictions limit physical contact. This latest integration on the Google Pay app helps people in Singapore who have more than one bank account to streamline money transfers from different banks on one platform. It is the first non-bank payment app to offer PayNow transfers for corporates and individuals. So now we're seeing this integrating with Google Pay. Let's go back to this Ant1 tweet for a second here. He does also say, should you take a minute to visit the PayNow website, you can find the partnered banks, two of which have direct links to Ripple. Finally, the tweets referenced digital assets. XRP is a digital asset. Now, what happens when we go to the PayNow website? So I went to the PayNow website here, and here is a scrolling list, and I did see Standard Chartered here. I know that is one bank that is partnered with Ripple. I don't know if you guys can see the other ones. These logos are quite small. I'm sure there is another one here as well. I'm not going to wait for that to move, but this is interesting because Google was once in the space for, information. Then they became this giant, this money printing machine because everybody was using the Google search engine. They opened up advertisements for that. They bought YouTube. Obviously, they have their hands in many pies. And then they got into smartphones, okay? They wanted to be able to compete with Apple. And this is what's happening now in this space. And so then Ant1 adds to his tweet thread and posts this. Also, remember, Samsung Pay now allows its users to do cheap cross-border payments using the services of Ripple. Samsung made a deal with RippleNet member Finabler. As a result, users can easily do cross-border payments to 47 countries using a variety of payment methods. Now, this, an older article here. When was this from? Let's see if we can just find a date here. I like dates. October 2019. So this was about a year ago now. So we heard about Samsung doing this. Now Google is doing this, streamlining PayNow, at least in Singapore. And down here it says the launch on Thursday comes as part of the tech giant's move to capture a larger share of the burgeoning digital payment scene by offering more consolidated payment solutions, says Patrick Teo, Director of Engineering for Google Pay, at a media briefing. The number of PayNow users is at an all-time high since the launch in 2017, with 4 million people in Singapore using the service and nearly 3/4 of all organizations on the PayNow corporate rails. Google really trying to move into this space. Of course, payments is huge for companies like Google, Uber, these big Silicon Valley companies that need to pay users worldwide. And, to me, it only makes sense. What better way to do this than to streamline through something like RippleNet, which can source XRP for liquidity to pay in dozens of different types of fiat currencies around the world when you need to source the liquidity to do so. So Google getting in there with PayNow. Two of those banks are partnered with Ripple. And here's another one, guys, from James Rule XRP. Ripple partner Volante allies with guess who? Goldman Sachs to launch cloud-based digital transaction banking platform. So here you have it. As reported by IBS Intelligence, Volante Technologies, who is a Ripple client, has partnered with banking giant Goldman Sachs to supply the latter with its technology for easy cross-border payments. Goldman Sachs has used it to build its new digital transaction banking service and place it fully in the cloud. Through its new transaction platform for banking, Goldman Sachs intends to help its clients create an account in the cloud with securing mobile authentication. It has an API and a service that helps with analytics, managing liquidity, escrow, virtual accounts, payments, and other services. Goldman Sachs' Luc Thibault, who is the managing director and chief engineer for the new digital banking service, stated that Volante has proven to be a perfect partner in this enterprise. So Volante, a Ripple partner, now partnering up with Goldman Sachs, and this is for cloud-based digital transaction banking specifically. A lot of this banking is going to go to the cloud, I think, in the coming decade. We are already starting to see it, and Ripple obviously have been tapping into that as well, tapping the power of RippleNet Cloud. This from back in May, guys. I have a feeling that they were already working on this. I talked about this back then. This came during the pandemic where we were starting to see more cloud-based solutions occur, and Ripple has their solution obviously as well. Cloud-based solutions, I think, are going to be the way of the future for banking for many different reasons now. You know, we live in a post-pandemic world. Who knows how that is going to fundamentally change the fabric of society? I mean, I do think, it's not all doom and gloom, guys. I do think we are going to go back to a certain type of normal, but lots of things are going to change as well. So Ripple partner Volante now partnering up with Goldman Sachs for cloud-based digital transaction technology. Amazing to hear that. And this, guys, this one from Draper XRP, Ripple partner FIS has teamed up with the clearinghouse to set up quick payments for U.S. banks. Business Wire has reported that Ripple partner FIS has inked a deal with the clearinghouse to bring a system of real-time payments to small and medium-sized U.S. banks and financial institutions. Banks and their clients constantly ask for payment solutions that are faster and more convenient than the ones available at the moment. So FIS and the clearinghouse have joined forces to give them what they have been asking for. FIS, guys, a Ripple partner. The real-time payments service managed by FIS is now combined with the payment system run by the clearinghouse in the U.S., the RTP network, real-time payments, and offers a seamless connection for financial institutions. The real-time payments network ensures faster payments for U.S. banks and their clients, and now small and medium-sized banks can join them and make real-time payment transfers via the clearinghouse's network. That will prevent these institutions from having to hire extra staff to make large investments in equipment or infrastructure. So faster payments in the United States, of course, is a priority. We know Ripple has had meetings with the Trump administration. We don't know the details, or do we? I'm going to get to a piece of information a little later on in this video that suggests it's on the docket. Right now, though, guys, I want to talk about this, and this from Tim Draper. This is huge. It's happening. It's coming. Retweeted out from Ant1 on Twitter. This is big. Tim Draper did an interview with the digital asset investor, and he thinks XRP will change the world. He does think it will happen. It's just a matter of time. So what does this all mean? Well, in another blow to Bitcoin maximalists, billionaire Tim Draper recently revealed that he owns XRP, the world's fourth largest cryptocurrency by market cap, affiliated with the San Francisco-based company Ripple, of course, at the virtual Link 2 investment conference. While discussing his altcoin portfolio, he opined that XRP and other cryptocurrencies are very important for the world. Here's what he said: "I'm a believer. I think it's happening. It's coming. So it's important for the world, and I want the world to know it, that I want other people in the world to get on board." This coming from Tim Draper himself, guys. With regards to his XRP investment, apart from XRP, Draper also mentioned that he has other coins, including Bitcoin Cash, Tezos, and Aragon. And of course, this guy is a legendary venture capitalist. He was an early investor in Tesla, Skype, and Hotmail. But that's not to say that all his investments have been rosy. This article does here state that he has also invested in some stinkers as well. But here's what he says about cryptocurrency. This is bigger than the internet. It's bigger than the Iron Age and Renaissance. It's bigger than the Industrial Revolution. Okay, and we got to remember, this guy has foresight. He was an early investor in Tesla, Skype, and Hotmail, which seems like, that was the first email platform on the internet, one of the first ones that everybody kind of, signed up for this free email account. And Tim Draper had the foresight to invest in these very, very early on. The fact that he thinks XRP is coming, okay, and these are his words too, okay? He says, and I quote, "I am a believer. I think it's happening. It's coming. It's so important for the world, and I want the world to know it, and I want other people in the world to get on board." So when you put that kind of statement into context of Tim Draper's track record, that makes me very optimistic for how I foresee my XRP investment going in the coming years. So I wanted to thank Ant1 for retweeting this article, of course. And guys, did you hear this latest Coil news? That's right, Coil is thrilled to partner with ESL and put Coil in the hands of more players and fans within the gaming community. And Coil, obviously, you guys know what that is, runs on Ripple technology using the XRP ecosystem. Stay tuned as the partnership begins rolling out later this year. But just to put this into context, ESL, huge in the gaming industry. We are excited to announce a partnership with Coil. Coil is a single membership that is interoperable across properties and platforms. Creators on the network get paid directly and instantaneously from member users. We believe this collaboration will enhance the viewing experience for viewers, fans, gamers, and players around the world. Coil offers viewers and fans an efficient way to access and support players across a range of channels, including Twitch, blogs, podcasts, and even our own CSGO hub. Many players today are also content creators themselves, and this is why this partnership is so beautiful, because you can get paid for your content. Other people can pay you. This whole ecosystem thrives on, sending value back and forth. And so here's a quote from the VP of Digital Platforms from ESL. We are looking forward to integrating Coil into our ESL platforms. They offer us a unique way to get our offering out to fans and allow us to monetize more efficiently while passing on that savings to our users. So this is going to be a game changer, I think, in a lot of ways, guys. If you think about it, here's the about page from ESL. Join us on the journey of esports. And they say today esports is the fastest growing sport where every fan has a voice and every player can experience the thrill of victory. We at ESL are committed to continuing pushing the boundaries to create more opportunity for progression and participation than any other sport. And how much is esports worth, guys? Well, the booming esports industry could be worth as much as $138 billion in 2018, according to market research firm Newzoo. The high-flying market, which has grown an impressive 13.3% from last year, up $16.2 billion, is benefiting from traction from new video game content, products, and gaming events around the world. So that was reported last year, and these were 2018 numbers. I did see another statistic here. Just wanted to bring this to your attention. Gaming's revenue eclipsed all other major entertainment categories in 2018. Now, this one is suggesting that it's worth $116 billion, the entire gaming industry as a whole, and these numbers from May 2018. Television at $105 billion, while film box office is only $41 billion, and digital music $17 billion. So gaming, clearly one of the biggest, or the biggest, I think some would argue, entertainment industry that exists. And now we're seeing a Coil connection with esports. That is going to be great for everybody across the board. Sending micropayments, being able to pay in-game. This platform, the way that value is transferred within games, I think personally is going to go in this direction. And I think once Coil really hits it out of the park, I think a lot of other gaming companies and gaming platforms will look to jump on board as well. So great news from Coil there. I also saw this, guys, from the one on Twitter, Internet of Value, and he pulls up this article here. Visa mulls interoperation with blockchain as it evolves into network of networks. Now, guys, we heard about some Visa news the other day. This is big because payment card giant Visa sees a use case for a blockchain network in its strategy and talks of a big opportunity in central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, according to two executives at the company. Visa is evolving into a network of networks, meaning that it aims to initiate and terminate transactions across multiple networks. This coming from Terry Angelo, Senior Vice President, Global Head of FinTech at Visa, and that's what he told Forbes. According to him, in that context, the company would think of interoperating with a blockchain network that they don't control as being no different than a third-party real-time payments platform, although they don't do this today. Interoperating, we know Visa did obviously make that deal to buy Earthport, beating out MasterCard on that bid, and Earthport is Ripple enabled. So Visa, a powerhouse already, could be using RippleNet technology in order to interoperate with a blockchain network. So it says here, in the meantime, the company claims it sees significant interest and demand from crypto companies that want to work with Visa and connect their clients to their network of 60 plus million merchants. So far, they've onboarded 25 companies, and Cred, a digital asset-based lending platform, joined the Fast Track program that helps crypto partners with issuing Visa credentials. As reported in February this year, major crypto exchange Coinbase became a Visa principal member, so that's also big. Speaking of their investment strategy, the SVP said that they are, quote, very excited about payment infrastructure companies, and this is something that they want to focus on in the crypto world. And guys, as you know, Visa has already invested in Anchorage, an institutional crypto custody firm. That was big. I don't know if you guys remember back in April, digital custodian Anchorage did add XRP storage for institutional customers. Just a little tidbit of news for those of you guys who may not have remembered that. Meanwhile, the payment card giant thinks that there's a big opportunity for Visa to leverage their existing network and assets and expertise to add value to both central banks as they think about CBDCs, according to Kai Sheffield, Senior Director, Head of Crypto at the company. Now, here's what I found very interesting. He confirms that Visa engages very closely with central banks across the world on that topic. You see how this is all coming together, guys? Ripple has already partnered with many central banks across the world. Visa is now engaging very closely with central banks. Visa bought Earthport. Earthport is Ripple enabled. If it isn't staring you in the face that the world is going to run on Ripple and that XRP will be that digital asset that will enable millions, if not billions, to transfer value, I seriously don't know what you are thinking. We also have Tim Draper saying, it is coming, guys, talking specifically about XRP. So is it coming? Well, I also saw this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Federal Reserve banks have been exploring the benefits of introducing digital currencies to modernize the U.S. payment sector. And, we've heard a lot of this news. And so this, to me, is nothing really that new. Let me just read you a little bit of it, though. The president and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland has revealed details of the Fed's ongoing research into a potential digital dollar. Speaking in a keynote address on September 23rd, Loretta Mester emphasized that the Federal Reserve has been exploring CBDCs since before the pandemic, noting that its board of governors has been building and testing a range of distributed ledger platforms to understand their potential benefits and trade-offs. So same kind of news that we've been hearing before. She also noted initiatives from regional Federal Reserve branches, including the multi-year partnership between the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and the Boston Fed, in addition to collaboration between the Fed's New York branch and the Bank for International Settlements. Of course, despite the ongoing research, Mester asserted that the initiatives do not signal any decision by the Federal Reserve to adopt such a currency, adding that issues related to the financial stability, market structure, security, privacy, and monetary policy all need to be better understood. So ultimately, regulatory clarity. Okay, that's what needs to happen in order for, all this stuff to roll out at a larger scale. But did you guys see this? Now, I want to bring this up because this is the Federal Register. Okay, this is from a .gov website. The Office of the Federal Register, the OFR, prepares and publishes a wide variety of public documents. Upon issuance, acts of Congress are published in slip law pamphlet forms and then accumulated and published for each session of Congress in the United States statutes at large. Each federal workday, the OFR publishes the Federal Register, which contains current presidential proclamations and executive orders, federal agency regulations having general applicability and legal effect, proposed agency rules, and documents required by statute to be published. All federal regulations in force are codified annually in the Code of Federal Regulations. Well, guess who found XRP in a document here from this specific website? So this guy's from DJ Peter Vass. And I know this isn't brand new, but I don't think I've seen this before. Right down here, he took a screen grab of this: remittance transfers under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act, Regulation E, platform to support cross-border money transfers, as well as a virtual currency, XRP, which is specifically named in this document, which can be used to effect settlement in those transfers. Also down here, remittance transfers under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act, Regulation E, yet again, support cross-border money transfers as well as a proprietary virtual currency, XRP, which can be used to effect settlement of those transfers. So these two items, registered back in June 2020 and December 2019, are on the docket. Brad Garlinghouse has had meetings with the Trump administration, and not only that, we've got guys like Tim Draper saying it is happening. I'm really wondering if he knows something that we might not know, or that we do know and can't confirm for sure. Remember, guys, don't get down on XRP price right now. Right now, we're still just following Bitcoin. This is all just speculative noise, because once those crypto regulations come to pass, we will be laughing, as this will seem like a distant memory. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.